Cervical cancer can be prevented. This is Otilia, and she has prevented cervical cancer due to timely medical examinations. The doctor's intervention and the treatment Otilia had followed gave her the chance to avoid the disease and even get pregnant without any complication or other health problems.
I decided to visit my family doctor for a routine checkup, just to make sure that everything was alright after the birth. Following the doctor's recommendations, I performed the Papa Nicolau medical exam, which is entirely free of charge and completely painless.
Cervical cancer can be prevented. However, in Moldova, 3 women die every week from this disease. In order to prevent cancer, experts recommend women to have a cervical screening every 3 years.
The first step every woman should take in order to prevent cervical cancer is to see her family doctor. Here the test will be performed that will show whether you are at the risk of developing cancer, and the results will be known very quickly.
Because it's a form of cancer whose symptoms manifest themselves at a later stage, but also because it develops slowly, all women between the age of 25 and 61 should perform a cervical screening once in every 3 years. This screening is performed by the family doctor or the medical assistant and is free of charge whether you have or not a medical insurance.
Cervical cancer is the only type to be detected in a precancerous phase. Before becoming invasive cancer and putting your life in danger, it is important to see your family doctor in order to perform a Papa Nicolau test, and in case you receive an abnormal result, you should address to the colposcopy department for treatment and further examinations. The result of the Papa Nicolau test turned to be abnormal, and my family doctor redirected me to the colposcopy department, where further examinations and treatments were performed. The control test turned out satisfactory. I'm expecting my second child at the moment.
The Ministry of Health realized considerable efforts to prevent and to smear test the cervical cancer over the last years.
For us, it's a priority to align the national programs of the Ministry of Health to the best international practices. We have organized and implemented a vast national campaign on prevention and smear test of cervical cancer recently, which includes the liquid-based cytology, a very sure and efficient method. It's the right of every woman to profit from the new opportunities for cervical cancer prevention.
UNFPA, United Nations Population Fund, in the Republic of Moldova, supports the national efforts in preventing cervical cancer.
Almost every day a woman is diagnosed with cervical cancer in Moldova, and every 2 days a woman dies from this disease. In 80% cases, cervical cancer can be prevented through effective screening program. UNFPA works closely with the Ministry of Health and partners to ensure that all women in Moldova have access to a comprehensive cervical screening program, which corresponds to European standards of quality. UNFPA is committed to provide equal opportunities for every woman in Moldova to realize their reproductive rights, including prevention of cervical cancer.
I recommend every woman to take the Papa Nicolau test. Give yourself the chance to living a healthy life.
Cervical cancer can be prevented.